Hey, good evening. It is day number 45 of 90. So we're halfway there through 90 days of Facebook Lives. And my name is Alan Thomas. If you haven't watched any of these videos, I always just share kind of where I came from. I have Rethink Dieting for Men. That's part of Transform My Future. And my passion is to help obese men overcome the weight that holds them back from living the future that they were destined to live. Because in 2017, I woke up to a scale reading of 304 pounds, and it didn't happen overnight, but boy, that 304 pounds got my attention. I stood on the scale on March 2nd of 2017 and saw that, I was 55, been married 31 years, 4 children at the time from age 15 to 27, and just knew that I wouldn't live 10 more years. I was in the life insurance business for many years, and I'd never met a man over 100 pounds overweight that made it to 65, and so I was like, my time was running out. And just after I had that scale reading, I publicly committed to losing 129 pounds in 260 days, and actually I committed to 265 days but hit it in 260 and reached 175 pounds. And today I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, a nutritionist, physical fitness expert. I'm a guy who just really was lost in obesity and found a way through the wilderness to the other side to an ideal weight. And what I do, my passion is to help men, who are struggling with it, because I believe there's so much potential hidden underneath the pounds of the obesity epidemic in this country. And it's interesting. People say, well, are you a diet? And I said, no, the world doesn't need another diet. The men I work with, I help them rethink dieting. So it's, do you have to stop eating so much and move around a little bit? Of course you do. I mean, come on. It's not a magic pill. But tonight I want to talk to you about just unexpected things. And I wonder if I talk to so many men who I think they really believe, just like I did, that they can predict the future. And maybe they can, maybe not. But just recently, my wife and daughter were doing some traveling, and her car is in great shape, new tires, and after 30 minutes out of Amelia Island, she's got a nail in her tire, and it's a nail that's in a spot that you can't repair. She had to get another tire. Had to wait like 2-3 hours and go through that headache. We're on the phone back and forth trying to get it solved. So she gets a tire, new set of tires pretty well, and just got a nail. So, well, she's on her way, and then she's got about a 6-hour journey that she was on at the time, and then she turns around 2 hours later calling me. She's not going to believe this. I got a nail in another tire, and it's in the same type place. It's like underneath, right on the rim where you can't fix it. I had to wait another 2-3 hours. Just the day's just been challenged. And and I encouraged her, hey, maybe God protected you from something worse happening, but at any rate, I mean, we set out to make all these plans, and I tell you that story not to make you feel sorry for Angie, although it was a pretty tough day that she had when that happened. But everything worked out okay. But at the end of the day, men that are morbidly obese, I mean, we go out and we feel like, gosh, I know my life's being cut short. I know that my potential's being stifled. I know that my family's embarrassed of me. I know I'm ashamed to get on an airplane. I know that, on and on and on and on and on. And I'm going to fix it one day. And I'm going to get after it one day, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to step into the person that I know I'm capable of being, the person that God created me to be. And we put it off another day, and we procrastinate another day. And what I want to say to you guys is stop waiting, because you don't know. I mean, I used a metaphor of my wife with a nail in the tire, but you could be dead tomorrow. There's men every day dying of obesity-related illnesses, and these are things that sneak up. And I don't talk about a lot of straight health issues a lot of the time, but come on. I mean, you cannot live the life you're called to live if you're dead. And now I know a lot of you guys listen to my videos are Christians, you're believers, and you're confident in your future in heaven with God, and as I am. But at the end of the day, is that what God wants for you? He gave you free will. He gave me free will. He allows us to pick up the fork and make a decision. And we do it every day. And so, you know, I talk to so many men that believe that it's not quite time. You know, they might not say it with their words, but they say it with their actions, their decisiveness. And it's not quite there yet. But, you know, having spent all the time I did in the insurance business, I learned you don't know. I mean, having written, you know, thousands of policies, literally. I mean, I've had people that I talked to one day, and 3 days later they were dead. They were dead. And I mean, these were healthy people. These weren't people that were 80 years old. These were people that were healthy. I've had people that, you know, I talked to about insurance, and I'm talking about insurance not to scare you and not to tell you to buy an insurance policy, although get some if you need some, you know, get with a good insurance agent. There's a ton of them out there. But you know, what I'm saying to you is you have a choice. You have a choice. And I mean, it's something, you know, my wife didn't have a choice of whether she picked up a nail. I mean, she had a choice whether she got in a car and drove somewhere and, you know, happened to have a nail on it, which she couldn't proceed, but she didn't have a choice on that. You know, you have a choice. You know, when you're, I mean, do you think you're more likely to die of some obesity-related death, a heart attack, a stroke, or something like that, or even complications of sleep apnea? I mean, come on. The complications of sleep apnea is you stop breathing. And so, you know, you think, and I talk to people that are 50, 100, 200, 300 pounds obese, overweight. That's how much they're over their weight. And I don't say this to shame them or to shame any of you guys that are watching, but wake up. You know, there's nobody sitting at the hospital today that thought they were going to be there yesterday, most likely, if they had something like that happen. And the grave's filled with people that missed out on opportunities, but you have a choice. It's not, I mean, I know our days are numbered. You could get hit by the Domino's pizza driver tonight, or the Papa John's pizza driver, whoever it is. But at the end of the day, you know, when it comes to sitting and adding food to your plate and doing all those things that you know are leading to your obesity because you just can't stick to something, you have a choice. I had a choice. I'm not perfect. I mean, the guys that I work with get some amazing results. I'm not, but they'll tell you I'm not perfect. They're not perfect, but they get results. And I would just say this to you in encouragement. I mean, you know, when I see the posts that people make, you know, almost every day now people are posting something that happened because of the weight they lost while they're in my program, and their lives are changing. And it's not just they're getting healthier. I mean, that's the given. That's like the core thing. It's like they're getting healthier. Obviously, they don't know how long they're going to live, no matter how healthy they are. But they're getting healthier, and then they're all of a sudden getting confident again. And then they're realizing they don't have that creature around their neck that was imprisoning them. Boy, that's a tongue twister. Imprisoning them, that they were in prison. They were in prison because of obesity, and it was a prison of their own making. And they're realizing that they don't have to live that way anymore. And then they start realizing, oh my gosh, their business is getting better. Oh my gosh, they're, you know, who knew their relationships get better. People want to be around them because they're leading. They're leading in their families. They're leading in their businesses. They're leading in their community. And then ideas start to pop. And it's almost like God says, hey, I've given you this body that for free. It was a free gift. And if you can't take care of that, I'm not going to let you have anything else to be a steward over. And then all of a sudden, things start working. Things start going their way. And I'm not, you know, I don't know any of this stuff. I want to see these veins that go worse than they do. You know, when I'm on the phone with the clients that I work with and they're telling me these stories, I mean, I'm sitting there on the edge of my seat and I'm like, tell me more, because I want to know what vein of gold lies in their life. What's ahead of it for them? And the surprises, they make the hair on the back of my neck stand up. They give me chill bumps or goosebumps or whatever you call them. And when I see that, and so I say to you, it's possible to do it, but you're living on borrowed time if you're 100 pounds overweight. I don't care if you're 30 or 50 or 60. If you're 100 or 200 or 50 or whatever, you don't know, but it's like you're betting against the house at the blackjack table. The house always wins eventually. You might win a few hands, but you're not going to win the whole thing. And I'm not much of a gambler, I don't know, but I know that the house wins. They buy all that glorious casino with money that they got from people who thought they were going to beat the house. You're not going to beat the house at its own game. If you think you can stay obese and keep living the way you're living and not affect every aspect of your life, you're just kidding yourself. So I don't know if this resonates with you. Just on my heart, I mean, it came out of a nail in a tire. Who knew? So, I mean, go figure that one out. But if this speaks to you and you're stuck and you don't know what to do next, and I talk to a lot of men that I don't know what to do next. Reach out to me. Go to www.transformmyfuture.com/apply. It's in the notes on this, with this video. It's in every one of my videos. Transformmyfuture/apply and book a free breakthrough session with me. And let's get to the bottom of what's going on with you. It'll be a good 45 minutes to an hour. I mean, we dig deep, and I want to know what's going on and see. And if it's, my program is a fit for you, we'll talk about that. It's not always a fit. But the sun is going down around me, and the sun may be going down on you too. And I picked this time of day, not intentionally, but it's interesting. See how dark it's getting? It really is getting darker. And it happens really fast, and you don't see it coming. I know when it's going to get dark here in Fernandina Beach in July. But do you really know when something's going to happen and all the lights are going to go out on you? I mean, think about that. Reach out to me. I'd be glad to help. Listen, check that out. I've got a free masterclass you can watch, and hopefully that'll help you. But if you need that extra help, book a breakthrough call at transformmyfuture.com/apply. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for day 46.